Okay, so back in the day, around the age of such a young age, I remember back in those days when I was really, really young, when I used to, when I was at the age of 5, when I was at the age of 6, I was actually into video games. It was like this huge time when I like first discovered getting into video games for like at such a young age, because like I was like a huge like video game addict, and I would always like run home from school and play video games every now and then. Um, and one of the games that's really helped me out the most were games like Roblox, Minecraft, Counter Strike, Osu, Destiny 2. Most of these games that I basically used to play, and out of all of them, I felt like it's really helped me with other aspects of forms, but at the same time, it basically ruined my life in various situations. I think when we were kids, I think we were younger, I guess video games were fun because everyone else literally played it ever since we were younger, ever since we were children, and I guess we would used to often obsess about it in a situation like this. Like I remember I'd always invite most of my friends outside, and we would often play mobile games back then, and we had a lot of fun back then. And I think it's one of those best experiences I've always had since childhood. And around that time, things changed, right? And these days, a lot of people would often play video games every now and then, like when they would often like run home from school, and it was around like between the ages of between the ages of 4 and the ages of 14 or 13, right? And those were like the prime years of where like the majority of teenagers and the majority of kids would often be playing video games. And I basically became one of those people. If you ever watch my old videos, you'd probably like understand it more. And not gonna lie though, it's a really fun experience, but at the same time, I guess when you get a little bit more older, around the ages of above like the age of 14, you're gonna realize like, bro, your life is fucked, bro. Like you're missing out a lot in your life, dude. Like you're literally missing out a lot in your life, and I guess you're probably wasting your life probably because everyone's literally going out. Everyone's literally going out into social events, parties, and going to football events, etc., etc. A lot of people are literally going to most of these social events, right? And it gives me a huge understanding that when it comes to video games, and especially I would often play video games around most of my high school years, and not gonna lie though, it literally fucked up my social life. It literally like made me feel a lot more lonely, and it made me detach myself from my social life. And it was around this time when I used to play a lot of Destiny 2, when I used to do a lot of raids back then because I was more into raids. I literally loved doing raids. I loved doing like PvE stuff, like hardcore like PvE shit. And not gonna lie though, I was like one of those pro players who didn't really have a life. And I remember I was literally on a car with my friend, right? And he picked me up, and we were literally discussing about this. Like, we were literally discussing how when you see like when you have to compare like a console player and a PC player, like you kind of understand like the difference between both of them, right? Because casual players, right, the guys who actually play on console, they're basically more casual. Like they play the game so like so soft, and they play the game a little bit more like steady. And when you think about PC gamers, and when you think about PC players like us, then we basically take it too far. Like we basically take it to the extreme, and that's where most of the competitive games come from. That's where a lot of people play Valorant, where a lot of people play Counter Strike, etc., etc. And those are like the kinds of guys who don't like quote unquote have a life, as most people actually mention, right? And I kind of agree with that because most of the people that I often see in school back in those days, especially from like years and years and years, they've always had a console. Like none of them ever played on their PC. None of them ever even had PCs to play. And I was literally one of those guys who literally had a PC and played fucking like Minecraft. Well, I basically had a Mac back then because like, you know, I don't know. It's a long story that I'm not even supposed to talk about. And I've actually like wanted to get a PC so badly because I've had friends online, you know, these guys that I used to play Minecraft with, like they all had PCs, and I always wanted to get a PC, and I was like the only person in the friend group who basically had a Mac because honestly, bro, like it's just it's just I couldn't play other games. The only games I would only play is just Roblox and Minecraft. And when I got this PC, I started playing a bunch of like other games. So I played a bunch of Destiny. I used to play a bunch of GTA. I used to play a bunch of Roblox as well, even though it was also on Mac and also Minecraft as well. But I guess the game that I played out of the most was mostly Destiny 2, and as well I got to play a bunch of other games that was literally on Steam, and I had a really good experience. Not gonna lie, like I was really fucking good at the game. I was literally better than like the majority of the casual players we often see in Destiny 2. I was literally one of the best players. Like if you actually want to look at my raid report, I'll show it to you. And I'm not gonna lie, I think it's really helped me a lot. Like, look at this, bro. Like, I've done challenge quota's end. It literally took me 25 hours to beat this shit. Day 1 Root of Nightmares, challenge day 1 King's Fall, and then I'm also fucked up on Val because that was like, I don't know, like my fuckedest event in Destiny 2, right? And then I've also done Vaulted Glass, literally done a flawless trio. I've also done a trio Deepstone. Yeah, and then if you look at my dungeon report, oh yeah, I've only done this once because that was around my time of monk mode. So I literally like just relapsed during December, but it's because I didn't play around October and November. And I've done solo floods because Deep, solo floods, Fire Watcher. Like solo floods like most of these dungeons, honestly. But out of that, it kind of proves me wrong. Like if I ask myself, like if I can get really good at the game, then why can't I just be good in real life? And I'm not gonna lie, I've learned a lot from these games. I've literally learned a lot from playing Destiny 2, and it's really helped me a lot with how to organize stuff and how to actually be more of a strategizer in real life. Because when I used to play a lot of Destiny 2, and especially when I ran this raid called Val Disciple, the one that I literally fucked up, because it was actually a 48-hour raid and had to do a bunch of like weird shit, and someone literally busted into my room during the raid, which is something I'm too scared to talk about. But about that, it was like it really helped me a lot because I've learned a lot. Like you basically have to always like call out symbols, and you basically have to call out symbols and remember every single symbol, like the Witness, the Witch Queen, or light, dark, love, these kinds of symbols, right? Or the Witness, whatever. And you basically have to remember them in every single encounter, and it really helped me a lot with my memory a lot. It really strengthened my memory a lot. And I've been playing it every single day like I was a fucking video game addict. And I would literally not ever shower. I would only shower for like once or twice a week, bro. I would literally shower like once or twice a week. And even though I had poor hygiene when I was in school, and holy fuck, honestly. And so it's kind of fucked up though, because like at the same time, like I worked so hard. Like I literally worked so hard and became a fucking video game addict that literally ended up getting a day 1 raid. That literally cleared a day 1 raid for King's Fall. And I was like, fuck, this is what I wanted now. This is literally what I wanted. And I'm like, damn, bro, that's fucking crazy. So I guess when I got the day 1 clear for King's Fall, it gave me huge understanding. Like I can literally accomplish anything I want in my life. I can literally get anything that I want in my life. I can literally accomplish anything with my life. And this implies with like any other thing that I really want. I can literally get anything I want, and it just requires relentless work, and it requires hard work. And it's this huge exposure that I really got from like really good players in Destiny 2. And I think if it wasn't for these people, like I probably wouldn't be here. So it's like this huge, like I literally got so good at the game like super quickly. Like I played the game for like, it was around 2022, right? And around 2020 when the global pandemic began, and I didn't have no shit to do because most of the games that I was playing were fucking boring. And it was like I bought my own like Alienware and shit because it was like a really bad PC, fuck Alienware. And around that time, I also like wanted to get into Destiny because like why not? And I first got into PvP, and honestly, I genuinely liked PvE the most because I loved raids. I love like strategizing. I love communicating with people. I love like getting around with people. I love to like rally information to other people. I love doing low mans. I love doing solo flawless runs. It's just more challenging. I love the whole like build crafting thing and the whole like figuring out like which weapons against the god roll. It basically reminds me of like trying to find like build your own character and trying to like set standards on finding like the right clients and finding like the right relationship. So that really helped me as well with finding like the best weapon ever, like that. Like you basically have higher standards of like what weapon you really want in the game. The best god roll for the palindrome, or the best god roll for your Hawk Moon or your Dead Man's Tail, right? Or your whatever the fuck, a funnel web, right? So like it's a huge understanding, and I kind of have like I was really good at the game, and I asked myself like if I could be good at the game, like why can't I just be good in real life, bro? Like it's so funny because damn, dude, it's like I went through so much shit and I eventually sacrificed my whole social life for this game. And honestly, bro, it's so fucked up, but it's just like it is what it is, man. It is what it is. But I'm not sure if I'm ever thinking about coming back. I'm actually thinking about coming back, but because like Final Shape is coming out, and there's a new raid that's coming out, and I'm like looking forward for that shit because I actually want to wait for the new raid. But I don't know, man. It's like I want to focus on other things in my life. Like I want to focus on trying to make money, trying to make like 1K a month, and I actually want to get to 10,000 subscribers and bulk up to 190. Like I literally have like my goals like right here, like right here if you actually want to see it. Like I have like my goals right here. So I'm a very ambitious person, and I really want to set my goals, and I just don't really want I just don't want this to ever fuck up my goals, right? Because you have to understand, like, when you basically, like, everything compounds, right? Like, when you actually do a bad habit, basically everything compounds, right? Like, when you basically play video games, like, you fuck up your workouts, you fuck up your mental health, you fuck up everything, right? And by that, I'm not sure if that's really true, because I think it really helped me a lot. Like, I'm not gonna lie, when I used to play a lot of Destiny, it really helped me a lot. I know, like, you can disagree with me, you can, like, call me a bitch or call me a fucking, like, loser or some shit, but honestly, like, I liked it, but it's just, I don't know if I'd ever, like, want to continue playing it for a long period of time. Like, I've been playing this shit for, like, consistently for 3 years, and I remember after clearing quotas, then on day one, I took a break from it, and after taking a break from it, it was like, it felt empty. Like, I just felt like I had nothing else to do. It felt like I was free. I was like a free man, because I was like a huge video game addict, and I literally want to be a free man. Like, I've always wanted to quit video games, like, at the age of 15, 16, 17, like 3 years ago. Like, I've always wanted to quit, and I still haven't quit playing video games, honestly. And I literally got on, like, yesterday, because I wanted to see how it really is, and it's just fucked, man. I really don't want to get on, because, like, I sacrificed so much shit in real life that I really want to work so hard in life that I literally want to, like, do really well in real life, not in this game, because I can guarantee you, like, if you think, like, 50 or 30 years later, like, this game will fucking die eventually. Like, this game, I can guarantee you, like, if you look at the Steam charts, you'll probably see, like, how this game is gonna probably fall into pieces eventually. Like, I really don't care. And that's the reason why I'm not gonna devote my life into this game. Like, if you think about Club Penguin, like, I used to play Club Penguin back then, and when I used to play Club Penguin, like, everything, like, fell into pieces. Like, I literally lost everything when Club Penguin shut down. So so this might happen though. I don't know, but, like, it's inevitable. Like, games like these, they'll probably fall into pieces. And besides, most AAA games are fucked, dude. Like, they're fucked. Honestly, bro. I remember I made a video about this, like, why video games are not fun anymore, and I was like, fuck, bro. Like, this is not how it is. So I'm not sure though. I might think about wanting to play for a little, like, and prep for, like, final shape, because I want to actually enjoy the experience. So I literally want to enjoy that experience, and honestly, like, I don't know, it's just, but at the same time, I just fucking hate my, like, other aspects of my life, and I just feel like I've missed out a lot, and I feel like my social life is fucked because of playing hours and hours and hours and hours of video games. I hate when people often make this fucking excuse that, oh yeah, video games are actually gonna help me with my social life. Like, bro, it's not gonna help you with your social life. If you're gonna play Destiny 2, and if you're gonna play, like, a video game with your friends, like, sure, it'll help you socialize, because you're basically talking about the game, but you're not. Like, if anyone were to ask you what you did over the weekend, and you actually tell this, like, this person or this, like, girl, and you tell them, like, you played video games, like, they're not gonna like you. Like, they think you're boring. They think you're childish. You're absurd. Like, no one's gonna like you for that. So it's kind of funny though, because I've learned a lot from this game, and I think it's really helped me a lot with, like, memorization and organization and stuff like that. And it really helped me, like, or understand, like, how to actually, like, oh yeah, find the right business model, right? So yeah, it's one of those games that really stuck out to me, because I used to play, like, Destiny 1 back when 2016, when the Taken King came out, and I really liked the game so much. It really put a special place in my heart. But at the same time, bro, like, I don't know if I want to keep going, bro. It's just, I don't know if I actually want to keep going, bro. It's like, I like the game so much, but oh man, it's, like, brutal, man. It's so brutal, man. It's like, it's quite brutal. I'm not like the best player. I'm not like a world's first rater, but which I'm not. But it's just, I'm not sure if I ever want to keep going, bro. It's like, the game is, I hope the game kind of falls into change though, honestly. It's like, it's not what it is, man. It's really not what it is. So yeah.